welcome back to my channel. A couple of things before we get started. One thing I want to address is the video on Monday. I apologize for the sound. I don't know what happened on my end. It sounded good. When I recorded it, I could hear the audio. I don't know what happened there. I apologize. I was gonna refilm the video, and I might still, and just take that one down. I don't know if, excuse me, I'll figure that out. I also want to address that this video was supposed to be, like the new series and all this and all that, but some huge life things happened today, and we have to talk, and I would rather do that and then come out with the other video than this video that I want to put out, that I'm really excited to put out, being half-assed because of this stuff that's on my mind. So I actually decided to heat up my dinner. That is a soup, so you're not going to be able to see it. It's got some cheese on it, and I brought in some apple juice because I need that good today. And let's just have this conversation. I'm gonna drop the bomb real quick, because that's how it was done with me. So at like 2:15 this afternoon, I was fired from my job, terminated, comprende, eliminated. My torch has been put out at Survivor. And you're gonna see a lot of me making light of this. It's not funny, but that's how I'm gonna deal with it. So if you don't like it, tough. I was fired. I've never been fired before, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it. I will not tell you where I used to work, just because they could probably sue me, and I don't want to deal with the bullshit. But I will tell you this: I have told you guys a lot about. Oh my god. About my supervisor being biased and rude towards me, and it finally ended today. Oh my god, that is the hottest soup in the world. Holy crap, holy shit, that is like 1,000,000 degrees. First of all, to answer the question, I am officially unemployed. Yes, this is my first evening of unemployment. Not like unemployment pay, but like unemployment. I haven't been unemployed in almost a decade, so I feel very strange. I've applied for some jobs, but we're gonna get into kind of what happened. And I'm gonna no holds barred, because I don't really give a shit anymore. I was blindsided completely and utterly. Everything had been going well. I had just had a conversation with my manager literally last week, and she was happy with my performance and happy with how I was working. And I get fired today. There is a letter, and to be quite honest, I have yet to read it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what the letter says. This was entirely attacked, entirely targeted, and entirely done to spite me and to be as big of a bitch to me as possible. And they won. They did. They got the last laugh. Let's see, what can I say? So, okay, so I'm working, tippity tapping away, and my supervisor comes up to me, and she goes, "Do you have a minute?" I was like, "Sure." She goes, and she starts walking, right? And I'm like, "Okay." Doesn't say anything, like, not saying anything. I'm like, this is kind of suspect, to be honest, but I was like, whatever, maybe she just wants to talk about something. Walks me to the HR line. When I walk in that room, it was HR, my manager, and my supervisor. And my manager and my supervisor both have a letter. I knew from that moment I was fired. I'm sorry, I let my supervisor talk because my manager's a little pussy. So, they're talking. She's talking. First of all, the HR woman, if I remembered your name, I would out you in this video. Fuck you, you're an asshole. I hope you choke, bitch. And I genuinely hope you see this video, motherfucker. She's like, hello, my name is irrelevant motherfucker number one. I don't know, whatever, who cares? I genuinely couldn't even tell you her name if I wanted to, because one of my work coworkers friends asked me what her name was. I was like, girl, I don't have a clue. That bitch was bitch number one to me, rando motherfucker. I was like, hello. My supervisor starts this spiel like, we've really tried to be lenient with you, we've really blah 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 blah, whatever, but it just doesn't seem like it's working out. Blah blah blah. I thought she was writing me up originally, and then she's like, we really do like you, but your ETA percentages aren't where they should be, and like your numbers aren't where we want them to be, even though literally I still had like competitive numbers. I had competitive numbers and everything. It didn't matter. They go on and on and on about all this random shit, whatever. And then she's like, my manager is sitting there. I'm gonna show you how she was. Her hands were in her lap, like this. She was looking down. She never once looked. She looked at me one time, and that was when I called her by name to look at me. Other than that, she wouldn't look at me. Because everybody knew this was biased. Everybody knew this was biased. So, we go through whatever. Yip, yip, yip. Talkity shit, whatever. And then she's like, I really do hate that it's come to this, but, I almost said the company's name. The company has decided to part ways. I said, so I'm fired. She said, unfortunately. I said, okay. I said, so effective immediately. She said, yes. I said, okay, perfect. I said, so since we're done here, then I'm gonna say my piece. And I did. I said, I've been targeted from day one. This has been an issue. I said, I don't know what I did to make myself such a target for you people, but I have been. I've been a target from the beginning, and you guys did not care about any of that. Everyone can see it. I said, I've seen my coworkers come in late, leave early, and get promotions and all this stuff, and they've done less work than I do. I've traveled with this company. I've done a lot of crap with this company and for this company. I was calm, cool, and collected. Didn't even raise my voice, didn't even change my tone. Because one thing about me, you might have fired me, but I'm gonna say what I want to say. So that's how I said it. Then HR steps in. Like, who is this woman? Like, who is this woman? HR steps in and she's like, ma'am, you can leave your computer and any other work equipment here. What else did I say? You can take anything that's quickly accessible to you. Normally we pack up the person's stuff because we don't want it to be a big charade, and I said, that's my property, I'll pack it up. Then after I said my piece, she's like, no, you're gonna leave. And I was like, no, it's my property, I'm gonna pack it up. She's like, no ma'am, you're gonna leave. And I was like, no, like, I'm gonna take my stuff. And she's like, ma'am, if you're unwilling to leave, then I'm gonna call security, and security will call the police and have them escort you off the property. I said, so if that's the immature way we're gonna go with this, then yeah, I'll just go ahead and go. I was like, I thought we were gonna handle this professionally. And she's like, ma'am, you're not being professional. You're irate. And this is probably where I did cross the boundary. I was like, she said. It was completely dead silent in there. I was like, all right, whatever. And so I said, so this is effective immediately. And my supervisor and HR were like, yes, it's effective immediately. I said, okay. And then they tried to say something else, and I said, well, then we're done here. And I grabbed my letter and I walked out. And I walked out a good pace, like a normal pace, nothing too fast, but like I just walked out. And my supervisor came like running after me because they're afraid you're gonna like make a scene. So I start telling my friends like, hey, I got fired, I'm leaving, like whatever. So I get my best friend's number later on because the supervisor has to walk you out. And so that's what happened. So they've got all my stuff at my desk already, and my supervisor is gonna pack it up for me and leave it at the front desk tomorrow. So I'm gonna go pick up my shit tomorrow afternoon. And I know everything that was in that fucking desk, so I'm prepared for all my shit to be there. And I'm done. That's it. My 5 years spent at this company completely washed away in 15 minutes. And I actually want to do something here, and I normally would never do this, but I'm gonna do it for the sake, because I think this is excuse me, I think this is important to notice. Okay, so I texted 2 of my friends. One that I thought would be important, and the other one I just thought, like, we're actually like really close. So I messaged this one, and I said, hey girl, they fired me. Hey, what happened? They brought me to HR and basically told me I wasn't enough. And then she said, wow, that's crazy. I'm so sorry to hear that. And I totally don't agree. I said, I appreciate it. It's alright. It feels like this has always been personal for her, and she got what she wanted, talking about my supervisor. And then this girl says, I don't understand it or what her deal was with you, but it was not okay, and I'm pissed off that they couldn't see that she was the one with some sort of vendetta. Who all was in the room with you? Is it just HR? I feel like there was some bias somewhere. I said, yeah, I don't get it either. It was me, supervisor, manager, HR, and I used their names, of course. The HR lady was rude as hell and threatened to call security. And then she said, what, why? And I said, I told her that they told me out when I was actually fired. I said, I'm done. They said yes, and I gave them a piece of my mind. She said, oh shit, what did you say? And then I basically just said, well, I told you guys. And then the HR lady, they were trying to she was like, we were trying to figure out who the HR lady was, but we couldn't figure it out because nobody knows who the hell this is. So then I got my friend's number. So I'm not gonna tell you how I got, well, whatever. I have the app on my phone for how we communicate, and I messaged him and I was like, give me your number. And so he did, and I texted him. I said, they fired me. He said, for what? I said, I didn't work, and apparently that's it. And he said, that's ridiculous. Was it just the supervisor, or was it also your manager? I said, it was both and HR. He said, that's insane. I'm so sorry. I said, it's alright. Gotta pick up my stuff tomorrow around lunch. Will you be there? He said, I may be in the new hire orientation that I have if it's in the afternoon. I said, okay, I was gonna go around 11:30. He said, then yeah, I'll be here. I said, okay, they won't let me in the building, so I'll have to be in the parking lot. And he said, Jesus, they're acting like they're banishing you from the country. I said, yeah, and the manager, or my supervisor, literally walked me to the parking lot crying. He said, what? She was crying. I said, yep, and she said that she hates this part of her job. He said, she's so fucking fake, it's unreal. I know. I said, I know, it's insane. She was literally like, I really loved you. And he said, that blows my mind. Why is she gonna pretend like that after all this time? I said, yeah, she is so fake, always has been. I can't believe this has actually happened. He said, the entire office is saying that. Even a guy that we work with, who I was not close to, said, what even happened? This makes no fucking sense. And then I said, oh damn, did they say something to y'all yet? And he said, yes, they called a brief meeting and said that if we had any questions we could go ask. I said, a brief meeting? Oh my god, to say that I'm gone is so funny. So basically, here's what's happening. I'm gonna go pick up my stuff, and yes, she did cry, and yes, she did walk me to the parking lot, and okay, so she said, I am very, very sorry. I'm so sorry. She just kept saying it, and at the end I said, sorry doesn't pay the bills. And then when we got close to, I worked on the second floor, so she had to walk me all the way and then down the stairs, and then she stood inside and I was going outside. And just hear God saying, how exciting, like, go figure it out, go live your life, you're young, and I was content, I was comfortable being there, and just chilling there, and not doing anything else, and not being anything else, and not experiencing any other job or any other place. That was fine with me, and that's unacceptable. And I think one of the reasons I feel very at peace, because that is how I feel very at peace with this situation. I think one of the reasons that I do feel so at peace is that quite literally, it feels like God, like it feels divine almost. Like I feel like I've lost 100 pounds. I feel renewed. I feel like there's so much that I could do when I wake up in the morning. I feel like I could change my whole life. I feel like I have. I feel like getting fired changed my entire life. And like, I don't know, there is such a peace in this because my job was so toxic. That environment was so toxic and horrible for me. And this was bound to happen. I told my boyfriend's pissed, not at me, but like at her. And he's like, she deserves the worst, and like blah 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 blah. And I was like, karma's coming, babe. And when karma comes, karma smacks you the fuck down and gets you humble. It does. And I don't wish ill will on anybody. I mean, I wish a little inconvenience maybe, but not ill will. But it was so toxic and so awful that just to be done is beautiful. It's beautiful, genuinely. And I'm in a pretty good position right now. I can afford my bills for a couple months before I gotta really worry. The only thing that might be a problem is like moving and buying a house because I don't have a like steady income right now, but it's okay. I'll figure everything out. I'm gonna vlog on my non-ASMR channel. Basically me getting back on my feet. Oh god, that was disgusting. So sorry.